The Dark Side of Frequency, How Negative Vibrations Trap You. Introduction. Let me ask you something, not to scare you but to wake you up. What if the invisible prison you're trapped in isn't made of bars or walls, but of vibration? Welcome to the Middle Book, the channel where energy becomes awareness, where ancient truths meet modern life, and where every word is designed to help you awaken to your real power. If you believe deep down that you were made for more, if you sense there's a truth hidden behind the noise of the world, then subscribe now and stay with us, because what you're about to hear could change the way you see yourself and your life forever. You see, every thought you have, every emotion you feel, every choice you make, it's not floating away into nothingness. It's vibrating, and that vibration is shaping the reality you live in. Right now, without even realizing it, you may be vibrating at a frequency that keeps you stuck in patterns you never chose, in emotions you thought you had healed, in lives that feel smaller than the dreams you once dared to have. The truth is, the universe doesn't punish you. It mirrors you. It reflects the dominant energy you carry, and if that energy is trapped in fear, resentment, guilt, shame, or despair, then life itself begins to echo that darkness back to you. Not because you are unworthy, but because energy always seeks its match. Welcome to the dark side of frequency, the hidden layer of existence where low vibrations aren't just passing moods, but magnetic fields that pull you deeper into stagnation, illness, and despair if left unchecked. Most people live their entire lives unaware they are trapped. They blame luck. They blame others. They blame themselves. But the real enemy is energetic. You are not here to be a prisoner of your past, your pain, or your fear. You are here to remember the truth. You are not your vibration. You are its master. This audiobook is your key. It will show you how negative frequencies entangle your mind, body, and soul, and more importantly, how to break free. You'll learn how society, media, trauma, and even relationships can lower your vibration without your conscious consent. You'll uncover the energetic traps hiding in plain sight, and you'll reclaim the tools to rise, to restore, to radiate your true power again. This isn't about positive thinking or faking happiness. It's about vibrational warfare, and you must learn how to defend your field, because the future you long for already exists. It's waiting for you. But to reach it, you must first escape the frequency that's been keeping you small. So take a deep breath. Feel the energy pulsing around you. This isn't just a book you'll listen to. This is a field you're about to step into and a prison you're about to leave behind. Are you ready to face the dark and rise into the light? Let's begin. Chapter 1. Understanding Negative Frequency. More than a bad day. You've been taught to believe that bad days are just random, that sadness, anger, fear, these emotions just happen, like unpredictable storms passing through the sky. But what if they aren't random at all? What if every low emotion you feel, every dark moment you endure, is part of a deeper energetic pattern, one that has the power to trap you if you aren't paying attention? Negative frequency is not just a passing bad mood. It's a state of being. It's an energetic signature that contracts your field, dims your awareness, and silently reshapes your reality without you even noticing. Think about it. When you're overwhelmed by fear, doesn't the world seem smaller, colder, more hostile? When guilt lingers in your chest, doesn't every opportunity seem farther out of reach, every dream less believable? That's not imagination. It's vibration. Low-frequency emotions literally narrow your energetic bandwidth. They collapse your perception. They alter the field you walk through and the life you experience. The truth is, everything vibrates. Science has long confirmed what ancient wisdom always knew. At the most fundamental level, there is no solid matter. There are only waves, oscillating, vibrating fields of energy. Your thoughts are vibrations. Your emotions are vibrations. Even your body, your memories, your dreams, they're all frequencies singing through different layers of existence. But here's where it gets dangerous. Not all frequencies are equal. High-frequency states like love, joy, peace, they expand you. They open the channels of intuition, creativity, and possibility. They harmonize your being with the greater flow of life. But low-frequency states, fear, shame, guilt, resentment, they do the opposite. They contract you. They tighten your field. They disconnect you from higher guidance, and slowly, silently, they trap you in an invisible cage. Imagine it like this. High vibration is like standing on top of a mountain, seeing far and wide, breathing deeply, and feeling alive. Low vibration is like sitting at the bottom of a dark well, unable to see beyond the walls, feeling cut off, suffocated. And if you stay there long enough, that darkness starts to feel normal. It becomes the background hum of your life. You stop believing that there's more. You stop reaching for the light. But low vibration does more than just change your inner state. It changes what life mirrors back to you. You see, vibration is the hidden law behind manifestation. You don't get what you want. You get what you are vibrating. When you're living in fear, you attract more fear-based experiences. When you're drowning in guilt, you draw to you circumstances that reinforce shame. When you're vibrating in lack, you find yourself in situations where nothing ever feels enough, and it happens so subtly that you barely notice. A bad relationship here, a missed opportunity there, a pattern of setbacks that starts to feel like fate. But it's not fate, it's frequency. The more you vibrate at a low frequency, the more your reality bends around it. It's like living inside an energetic echo chamber. Your outer world simply reflects the dominant music playing inside you. And the worst trap of all? You start to believe it's who you are. You forget that you're a being of infinite capacity. You start to identify with the heaviness. You start to think, maybe life is just like this for me. Maybe joy is for other people. Maybe it's too late to change. That's how low frequency wins, not by crushing you all at once, but by slowly convincing you that you are powerless. But you are not powerless. Low vibration is not your identity. It's a state you've been conditioned into and one you can break free from. Before we move deeper, it's important to understand why this trap exists in the first place. Because the truth is, society doesn't want you vibrating high. A fearful, divided, stressed population is easy to control, easy to distract, and easy to sell to. Entire industries are built on your low vibration. Endless fear-driven news cycles. Social media algorithms are feeding outrage. Toxic environments are designed to numb you into survival mode. Low vibration isn't just personal. It's cultural. It's systemic. You were born into an energetic battlefield where the greatest prize is your frequency, because whoever controls your vibration controls your perception, your choices, your health, your destiny. But awareness changes everything. The moment you realize that every heavy feeling, every chaotic pattern, every dark spiral was not your fault, but it is now your responsibility, you begin to reclaim your power. You start to notice how your body feels after certain conversations, how your energy contracts when you scroll through fear-based media, how your dreams dim when you surround yourself with scarcity-minded people. You begin to recognize the signs of energetic entrapment, tightness in your chest, shallow breathing, a persistent feeling that life is happening to you rather than through you. And from that awareness, you can choose. You can choose to stop feeding the low frequencies. You can choose to tune differently. You can choose to rise. You don't have to fake positivity. You don't have to plaster affirmations over pain. You just have to awaken to your vibration and start steering it with intention, moment by moment, breath by breath, because every small shift matters. Every time you choose courage over fear, compassion over judgment, trust over control, you vibrate higher. You send ripples of new possibility into the field. You begin to write a different, energetic story. One breath at a time, one thought at a time, one choice at a time. You begin to dismantle the invisible prison you didn't even know you were living in. You were not born to be a prisoner of fear. You were not made to live in the echo chamber of shame. You were not destined to survive in darkness. You came here to expand, to radiate, to rise. And now you know the first truth. You are not your vibration. You are its master. In the next chapter, we'll uncover how society, trauma, and the invisible architecture of modern life have been designed to anchor you into low frequencies, and how to finally break the chains. Because you deserve to live free, and your true frequency is waiting. Chapter 2. The Hidden Traps: How Society, Media, and Trauma Lower Your Vibration. You were born free. You were born vibrating at the purest, highest frequencies: love, trust, wonder, joy. But the world you entered had forgotten those frequencies, and slowly, almost invisibly, it began to train you to forget too. Before you could speak, you were already absorbing the energy fields around you. Not just the words people said, but the emotions they didn't say. Not just the lessons they taught, but the fear they lived through. You were learning to dim your light before you even knew you had one. This is not a story of blame. It's a story of awakening. Because to break free, you first have to see how the trap was built around you, one layer at a time, one vibration at a time. And the truth is, the trap wasn't personal, it was systemic. It was cultural, it was energetic. You see, fear isn't just a byproduct of life, it's a mechanism of control. When people live in fear, they become easier to govern, easier to manipulate, easier to sell to. Fear narrows your focus. It locks your mind into survival mode, and a mind stuck in survival isn't questioning, it isn't creating, it isn't dreaming, it's obeying. Society has normalized fear to such a degree that you almost don't notice it anymore. It's baked into everything. The news cycle pumps it out daily. Disaster after disaster, outrage after outrage, danger around every corner. Social media fans it faster, fragmenting your attention into 1,000 anxious pieces. Even the stories you're fed about success, hustle harder, grind longer, sacrifice everything, are rooted in fear. Fear of not being enough, fear of falling behind, fear of losing your worth. You've been taught that chronic stress is ambition, that emotional suppression is maturity, that division is normal, us versus them, left versus right, success versus failure, constant, endless polarization that keeps your frequency fractured, and the more divided your energy becomes, the easier it is to steer you. But it doesn't stop there. Because while society primes your mind for fear, the media hijacks your emotional body every single day. Every time you watch another violent news story, every time you scroll past another tragedy, every time you see another curated image designed to make you feel less than, you're not just consuming information, you're absorbing vibration, fear, envy, judgment, insecurity. The nervous system doesn't distinguish between a real threat and a digital one. Your body reacts the same way. Tight chest, shallow breath, cortisol floods your system, energy collapsing inward, and you call it just checking the news. You call it just scrolling, but your field knows differently. Your vibration drops piece by piece until anxiety feels normal, until numbness feels safe, until joy feels suspicious. Entertainment isn't immune either. What you watch, what you listen to, what you laugh at, these aren't just distractions, they're energetic imprints, violent movies, chaos-based humor. Dystopian stories are repeated over and over. They train your body to expect darkness. They teach you that chaos is inevitable, and over time your field adapts, not to truth, but to trauma. And then there's the deepest anchor of all, trauma itself. The unhealed wounds you carry, the pain you inherited from those who came before you, the silent, invisible grief of a world that has forgotten how to feel whole. Personal trauma, from childhood wounds to betrayal and heartbreak, locks fear into your cells. It imprints contraction into your energy body. Generational trauma, the unresolved pain of your ancestors, moves through blood and bone, through memory and field, whether spoken or not. And collective trauma, wars, disasters, pandemics, saturates the global energy matrix, shaping your emotional landscape even when you think you're unaffected. Trauma vibrates. It has a frequency, and unless it's brought into the light of awareness, it continues to anchor you into lower energetic patterns, patterns you didn't choose but have been living inside of. Even the spaces you inhabit daily, the noise, the clutter, the disconnection from nature, whisper low vibrations into your body. Processed foods, stripped of life force, artificial lights that disconnect you from natural rhythms. Electromagnetic fields are buzzing invisibly around you, destabilizing your natural coherence. You didn't create this system, but you live inside it, and it shapes your field whether you see it or not. But here's the revolution. Awareness is freedom. The moment you start seeing how society, media, trauma, and even environment have been silently scripting your vibration, you step into choice. You stop blaming yourself for feeling heavy. You stop accepting low energy as your identity. You start reclaiming your energetic sovereignty. Because awareness breaks the first chain. Not anger, not blame. Awareness. When you know what's pulling you down, you can stop agreeing to it. When you see what's draining your field, you can choose to disconnect. When you realize that your vibration is your birthright, you can begin the work of rising again. One conscious breath, one conscious thought, one conscious choice at a time. The world isn't going to change for you. The media won't stop selling fear tomorrow. The noise won't suddenly disappear. But you don't have to live inside it anymore. You are not powerless. You are not broken. You are waking up. And waking up is the first true vibration of freedom. So pause here for a moment. Close your eyes if you can, and ask yourself with honesty and courage, where in my life have I absorbed fear instead of freedom? Where have I normalized stress, anxiety, and disconnection? Where have I forgotten my own natural vibration of lightness and love? Awareness is the first crack in the wall, and through that crack the light will pour. In the next chapter, we'll step even deeper into your true nature. We'll explore what consciousness really is, not just as a function of the mind, but as pure frequency. You'll begin to remember that your awareness itself is the master tuner of your vibration, because once you learn to command consciousness, the dark frequencies no longer have power over you. They fade, they dissolve, and you rise. Chapter 3. Consciousness as Frequency. Awakening the Inner Tuner. There is a power living inside you right now, an ancient, silent force that you've always had, but were never taught to use. A force so simple, so natural, that most people overlook it in their entire lives. It's not your mind, it's not your voice, it's not even your emotions. It's your consciousness, your awareness, the part of you that watches, feels, chooses, and directs, without noise, without drama, without force. Your consciousness is the master tuner of your vibration, and no one, not the media, not society, not even your past, can truly control you unless you forget that this tuner exists. Right now, you may think that your vibration is something that happens to you. You feel good when life is good. You feel low when life is hard. But what if it's the other way around? What if life responds to the vibration you are choosing, consciously or unconsciously, moment by moment? You are not stuck because the world is heavy. You are stuck because you've been trained to forget how to move your inner dial. But the good news, you can remember at any moment, including this one. Let's begin by understanding what consciousness really is. Consciousness isn't just thought. It's not just emotion. It's the spacious awareness behind thought and emotion, the field that notices, that witnesses, that directs. Think of your consciousness like the tuner of a cosmic radio. Each thought, each feeling, each state you focus on dials you into a different station, a different frequency, a different experience of reality. When you tune to fear, you receive experiences that match fear. When you tune to love, you open portals to beauty, opportunity, and synchronicity. The dial is subtle, but it's always in your hand. Consciousness isn't random. It moves along a living spectrum. At the densest, lowest end of the spectrum are the survival states: fear, shame, guilt, apathy, and anger. Here, everything feels urgent, threatening, and exhausting. Your energy contracts, your body tightens, your mind becomes trapped in loops of what if and not enough. As you move higher up the spectrum, something shifts. Courage appears, willingness opens, neutrality calms, and beyond that, love, joy, peace, expansion. These aren't just emotional states. They are energetic fields, vibrational realities you can live inside of. Every moment you are alive, you are somewhere along this vibrational spectrum, and every moment you have the ability to move. Here's where science and mysticism meet. In quantum physics, there's something called the observer effect. It shows that particles behave differently simply because they are being observed. The mere act of conscious observation changes matter. Mystical traditions have taught the same for thousands of years. They knew what you watch, you affect. What you attend to, you amplify. What you witness without judgment, you liberate. This means something extraordinary. You don't have to fight your low vibration. You don't have to wrestle it, hate it, or fear it. You only have to see it. When you become the observer, present, compassionate, awake, you begin to change the frequency by your very awareness. Consciousness is not passive, it's creative, and you can tune your consciousness with simple but powerful tools. First, attention. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. When you focus on beauty, gratitude, and possibility, you feed those frequencies. When you focus on fear, lack, and blame, you feed those frequencies instead. Second, breathe. Breath is the bridge between body and spirit. Shallow, rapid breathing locks you into survival frequencies. Deep, rhythmic breathing lifts you into higher states, without thinking, without forcing. Third, intention. A clear intention acts like a magnet. When you set an intention, today I choose peace, your field starts to align with that frequency. Not instantly, but consistently. Fourth, gratitude and wonder. Nothing raises vibration faster than genuine gratitude. Not forced thankfulness, but real awe for the simplest things. Your breath, the sky, a moment of kindness. Gratitude is the emotional signature of abundance, and wonder is the signature of an open connection to the universe itself. You don't have to change your entire life at once to shift your vibration. You only need to create micro moments of tuning, a single deep breath, a single pause before reacting, a single moment of silently choosing a higher thought. These small shifts build momentum. Over time, they reset your energetic baseline. But understand this: when you begin to tune your consciousness intentionally, you will encounter resistance. Not because you're failing, but because you're succeeding. The old vibrations, the old programs of fear and limitation, don't want to let go easily. They'll whisper back, "This is stupid." They'll tug at you with old emotions. They'll try to convince you that nothing is changing. But the struggle is not a sign you're doing it wrong. It's a sign you're breaking free. Think of it like tuning a dusty, neglected instrument. At first, the strings fight. The sounds are harsh, the resistance is real. But with gentle persistence, the notes start to shift. The music starts to rise. You are tuning yourself back into harmony. And every small act of consciousness is a victory. So take a moment right now, this very second, and check in. Where is your awareness? What station are you tuned to? And what would it feel like to shift, just slightly, into a lighter, freer, truer frequency? You don't have to know the entire path. You only have to remember you hold the dial, you always have. Close your eyes for a breath and feel that truth settle inside you. Because in the next chapter, we will dive deeper into the emotional dimension of frequency. You'll discover how your emotions, every single one, aren't just reactions. They are vibrational currents shaping your reality. And when you learn to navigate emotional energy consciously, you step into a whole new level of mastery. You become the storm, not the ship, the music, not the noise, the creator, not the victim. And it all begins with the awareness you're awakening now. Chapter 4. Emotional Energy. The Frequency of Feeling. Your emotions are not accidents. They are not flaws. They are not random storms you're meant to endure until they pass. Your emotions are frequencies in motion. They are the music of your vibration, singing the truth of your internal state, even when your mind tries to ignore it. Every emotion you feel is shaping your energetic field right now. Every wave of feeling, whether you embrace it or resist it, is vibrating out into the invisible currents that mold your reality. This is why understanding emotional energy is crucial. Because if you don't learn to navigate the emotional ocean inside you, it will navigate you. You are not a powerless passenger. You are the captain. But first, you must see the sea for what it really is. Emotion is not weakness. It is energy in motion. Emotion. Fear isn't just a bad feeling. It's a contracted vibration that signals separation. Anger isn't just rage, it's a surge of raw, powerful energy demanding realignment. Sadness isn't defeat, it's a call inward, a softening, a clearing. Every emotion carries a vibrational signature. Fear contracts, gratitude expands, shame collapses, love harmonizes, anger ignites. When you suppress these energies, you don't eliminate them, you freeze them inside your field. They become heavy anchors, pulling your vibration down, distorting the music of your being. If you were taught to hide your sadness, to choke down your anger, to smile through your fear, you weren't taught wrong because the world is cruel. You were taught wrong because the world forgot. The world forgot that feeling is healing. The world forgot that allowing emotion to move through you is the secret to energetic flow and renewal. There is a deep lie circulating in the spiritual and self-help spaces today. The myth of positive vibes only. It sounds beautiful, it sounds empowering, but in reality it's a trap. Because if you believe that only high emotions are allowed, then every time you feel grief, anger, fear, or doubt, you start to believe you're failing. You start to repress, you start to fake. And that dissonance, the gap between what you feel and what you show, drains your field faster than any external negativity ever could. True vibrational mastery isn't about forcing happiness. It's about authentic emotional presence. It's about meeting fear with tenderness, meeting sadness with acceptance, meeting anger with wisdom. You don't rise by pretending you're always joyful. You rise by becoming so fully present with your emotional energy that even the heaviest feelings become rivers carrying you back to your true self. There is a secret hidden inside every emotion. Emotional transmutation. You can turn heavy energy into power, and the process begins with simple steps. First, name it. Bring the emotion into conscious awareness. Say it out loud if you can. I feel anger. I feel sadness. I feel fear. Naming an emotion creates distance between you and it. You become the observer, not the prisoner. Second, feel it. Let it rise. Let it move. Don't cling to it. Don't judge it. Just breathe through it. Your breath is your bridge back to presence. Third, move it. Energy needs movement to transform. Walk, dance, shake, breathe deeply, cry, laugh, scream into a pillow if you must. Let your body help release what your mind cannot. Fourth, reframe it. Every emotion carries a hidden gift. Anger can reveal where your boundaries were crossed. Grief can show you the depth of your love. Fear can alert you to where you are being called to grow. When you find the message inside the emotion, you lift its vibration. You transmute the heavy into the holy. This is emotional alchemy. And you are the alchemist. You don't have to be perfect to navigate emotional energy. You only have to be present. Practice small daily emotional check-ins. Pause. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Where do I feel it in my body? Am I resisting it or allowing it? You can also begin vibrational journaling, not just writing about events, but describing the energy you feel around them. Was today dense or light, contracted or expansive, frenzied or fluid? You can use emotional clearing practices, breathwork that floods the body with oxygen and new energy, intuitive movement that unlocks stuck tension, water rituals, bathing, swimming, or even a shower done with conscious intention to wash away emotional residue, sound healing, singing, humming, toning your voice to vibrate, release. These aren't rituals of fantasy. They are practices of physics. They shift the energetic layers of your being. Remember this. Emotions are temporary visitors, not permanent residents. They pass, they change, they move. You are the sky. They are the weather. And just like the sky is not harmed by passing storms, your true self is not harmed by passing feelings. The only thing that prolongs pain is resistance. The only thing that locks low vibration in place is judgment. Feel fully, breathe deeply, let it flow, because every emotion you transmute becomes new energy, new light, new possibility. You are not here to suppress your emotions. You are here to feel them so fully, so consciously, that they transform you from the inside out. So right now, as you listen, pause, place your hand over your heart, Close your eyes and ask yourself, what am I feeling in this moment? What would it feel like if I allowed it to rise and flow without fear? What would it feel like to honor every emotion as sacred energy? This is the path of vibrational mastery. It doesn't start with pretending. It starts with presence. And every time you honor your emotional energy instead of fighting it, you rise higher on the vibrational spectrum. You become lighter. You become freer. You become more fully alive. The following stage will be covered in the upcoming chapter. In order to hold, magnify, and radiate your greatest frequency into the world, you will learn how to create and safeguard a vibrational field around yourself. Because your frequency is no longer only personal. It's the field in which you live and that you share with everyone you encounter. And it's time to intentionally develop that field. Chapter 5. Building your vibrational field. Energy as architecture. You are not just a mind inside a body. You are an energy field moving through time and space. A living architecture of frequency. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every breath you take is laying bricks. Bricks of vibration, bricks of resonance, bricks of destiny. Your life isn't random. It's a house you're building, moment by moment, breath by breath, with the invisible materials of energy. The only question is, are you building it consciously, or are you living inside a structure someone else designed for you? You see, your vibrational field isn't something mystical or theoretical. It's real, it's tangible, and it's magnetic. It extends beyond your skin. It moves beyond your thoughts. It touches the people you meet, the environments you enter, the opportunities you attract or repel. Your field is the silent architect of your experiences, and the truth most people never realize is that it's dynamic, not static. Your field isn't set once and forever. It breathes with you. It shifts as your emotions shift, as your intentions sharpen, as your consciousness expands or contracts. You are not stuck with the field you inherited. You can rebuild it. You can strengthen it. You can fortify it into a living, radiant temple of light. But first, you must understand what a strong vibrational field is made of. A powerful field has three core components: coherence, purity, expansion. Coherence means alignment. When your thoughts match your emotions and your emotions match your actions, your field becomes clear and resilient. There is no inner war, no energetic confusion. You say what you mean. You feel what you say. You do what you intend. Incoherence, when you think one thing, feel another, and do a third, creates fragmentation. It weakens the structure. It makes you energetically vulnerable. Purity means low energetic pollution. A pure field is not clogged with unresolved anger, constant fear, toxic media, or the energetic debris of others. It doesn't mean you never feel heavy emotions. It means you process them, you move them, you clear them. And expansion means that your energy naturally radiates outward. It doesn't collapse inward in self-protection or fear. It flows, it invites, it magnetizes. An expansive field doesn't need to force anything. It draws the right people, opportunities and synchronicities effortlessly, because like frequencies attract. But just as you can build a strong field, you can also unknowingly weaken it. Your field weakens when you live in incoherence, saying yes when you mean no, smiling when you feel broken inside. Your field weakens when you saturate it with pollution, scrolling through fear, staying too long in toxic environments, feeding yourself a constant diet of anxiety and drama. Your field weakens when you neglect it, ignoring your emotional health, dismissing your energetic state as not important. Weak fields don't happen all at once. They erode slowly day after day, until one morning you wake up feeling like a stranger in your own life. But here's the power. You can begin rebuilding today. It starts with simple, sacred practices. Every morning, before you reach for your phone, before you open the floodgates of the world, pause, breathe, feel your own energy. Set an intention. Today I strengthen my field. Today I build in love, not fear. This is your morning field activation, a conscious choice to vibrate from your center, not react to the chaos around you. Throughout the day, practice energetic hygiene. Clear your field the way you clear your body. Visualize light sweeping through you. Shake out heavy energy from your hands and spine. Use water, showers, baths as rituals of energetic cleansing, not just hygiene. Practice boundary building. Learn to say no, not with anger, but with clarity. Protect your field as you would protect a sacred garden. Not everyone gets to walk through it barefoot. Practice field expansion. Visualize your heart glowing so brightly that it fills the room, the building, the sky. Feel yourself expanding beyond limitation, beyond doubt, beyond fear. And remember, you don't protect your field by fighting darkness. You protect it by becoming radiant. The sun doesn't argue with the night. It simply shines, and the night dissolves. You don't have to live defensively and close. You can live openly and sovereignly. You are a living lighthouse, and you were meant to shine. But building a powerful field isn't just about daily rituals. It's about designing your life consciously. Everything you allow into your life either strengthens or weakens your field. The food you eat, does it carry life force or stagnation? The spaces you inhabit, do they uplift your spirit or drain your energy? The relationships you invest in, do they nourish your soul or fracture your peace? The words you speak, the music you listen to, the dreams you water, do they build a home worthy of the spirit you carry? Your life is your temple, your field is your architecture, and you are the architect. You don't need to build it all at once, brick by brick, breath by breath, choice by choice. You are not rebuilding from lack. You are restoring what was always meant to be sacred. So pause for a moment. Feel your field around you. Close your eyes and ask, what kind of vibrational house have I unconsciously been living inside? What would it feel like to live inside a home built from love, from clarity, from truth? You have the blueprints inside you already. You just forgot. But now you are remembering. In the next chapter, we'll step into the next dimension of vibrational mastery, the energetic entanglement between you and others. Because you're not vibrating alone. Energy is always moving between people, shaping relationships, fueling dreams, or draining destinies. And when you master vibrational connection, you master the art of living with open strength. Chapter 6. Relationships and energetic entanglement, how others affect your vibration. Not all the energy you feel is your own. Some of the heaviness you carry, the doubts that whisper in your mind, the sadness that clings to your chest, the anxiety that rises without warning, did not originate inside you. You are an energetic being first. Before words are spoken, before gestures are made, before actions unfold, energy has already moved between you and another, a silent current, an invisible exchange. Every interaction is an energetic transaction. Every conversation is an opening of fields. Every relationship is a weaving of vibrations, sometimes harmonious, sometimes dissonant. When you understand this, you stop blaming yourself for emotions that seem to come from nowhere. You start to see clearly. You are feeling more than just your story. You are feeling the invisible threads connecting you to others. Energy fields naturally overlap. When two people come near each other, their vibrational fields begin to dance, to interact. Sometimes the dance is uplifting, two frequencies harmonizing, expanding, elevating. Sometimes the dance is draining, one frequency pulling, anchoring, collapsing the other. The deeper the relationship, the deeper the energetic exchange. Family, lovers, close friends, these aren't just emotional bonds. They are energetic cords, living channels through which energy flows continuously. And if you aren't conscious, you can absorb emotions that were never yours to carry. Have you ever felt your mood darken after spending time with someone, even though nothing bad happened? Have you ever felt exhausted after certain conversations, even when no harsh words were spoken? Have you ever woken up heavy, carrying sadness or anger that didn't match anything happening in your own life? These are signs of energetic absorption. Energy is contagious, and unless you are consciously managing your field, you are constantly absorbing the emotional residue of others. But it doesn't stop with the living. Energetic echoes can linger long after people leave. Places hold memory, homes hold vibration, objects hold emotional imprints. You can walk into a room and feel the residue of an old argument, an old heartbreak, an old fear. You can hold on to an object, a letter, a photograph, and feel waves of energy moving through your body that don't belong to the present moment. Even your own memories can create energetic echoes inside you, loops of unresolved emotion that keep replaying the same vibration until they are cleared. And then there are energetic chords. Chords are invisible energetic links between you and another being. Some chords are beautiful, woven from love, freedom, and mutual respect. They nourish both fields. They amplify both souls. But some chords are toxic, woven from dependency, guilt, manipulation, fear. They drain your energy, even when the relationship has ended. They tug at your field, pulling you back into old patterns, old pain, old identities. Recognizing toxic energetic bonds isn't about judgment. It's about self-respect. It's about honoring the sacredness of your field. A healthy bond feels light, supportive, and expansive. A toxic bond feels heavy, binding, and suffocating, and once you recognize it, you have the power to clear it. You don't need to wage war against others to free yourself. You don't need to cut cords with hatred or resentment. You only need to reclaim your field with clarity, forgiveness, and love. Start with conscious interaction. Stay aware of your energy before, during, and after conversations. Notice who nourishes your light and who dims it. Notice how your body responds, how your breath flows, how your heart feels. Practice energetic hygiene after deep interactions. Simple rituals, a few minutes of grounding your energy into the earth. A slow clearing breath, imagining heavy energy releasing with your exhale. A visualization of golden light sweeping through your field, clearing residue, restoring sovereignty. If needed, perform energetic cord clearing, not out of anger, but out of love for yourself. Visualize the cords between you and others. Thank the connections that served you. Gently release the ones that no longer belong. Call your energy fully back into yourself. And remember, boundaries aren't walls built from fear. They are gardens fenced with wisdom. You can keep your heart open and your field protected. You don't have to harden. You have to clarify. When you master the energetic dance of relationships, you don't become isolated. You become sovereign. You can create relationships that act as vibrational multipliers, where both fields uplift, expand, and magnify each other's light. Relationships where growth is celebrated, not feared. Where freedom is honored, not controlled. These relationships are sacred. They are partnerships of frequency, not just circumstance. And they are worth building intentionally. Pause here. Place your awareness on your heart. And ask yourself, whose energy am I still carrying that no longer belongs inside my field? What kind of vibrational relationships do I truly desire to cultivate? How would it feel to connect from sovereignty instead of survival? Energy moves between us all, but mastery comes when you move it consciously. You are not here to carry the weight of others' unresolved pain. You are here to carry the radiance of your own awakened soul. In the next chapter, we'll dive even deeper, because your relationships are only one part of the field you live inside. The environments you inhabit, the spaces you work, sleep, and dream inside, also feed or drain your vibration every day. And when you learn to shape your physical environments as sacred extensions of your energetic field, your entire life begins to resonate differently. Chapter 7. The Vibrational Environment. How Spaces Shape Your Frequency. You're not just living in spaces. Spaces are living in you. Every place you inhabit, every room you sit in, every environment you spend time in, it's not just affecting your body, it's feeding or draining your vibration. Most people think of their home or their workspace as neutral, four walls, furniture, and decor. But energetically, every space is alive. Every space holds memory. Every space vibrates. Your environment is not passive background noise. It's a vibrational field that either nourishes your energy or weighs it down. And most of the time, you're absorbing its frequency without even realizing it. Here's the truth. Spaces hold and transmit vibration. Every word ever spoken, every argument ever had, every emotion ever felt leaves an energetic imprint on the environment. Matter remembers, walls absorb, floors hold resonance. Objects carry emotional fingerprints long after the hands that touched them are gone. Walk into an abandoned house where sorrow lingered, and you'll feel it. Enter a temple where devotion saturates the air, and you'll breathe it in. Step into a creative studio where inspiration flows, and your mind will ignite. Vibration is not trapped inside you. It's etched into the world around you. This is why some places feel heavy the moment you cross the threshold, and others feel like a breath of fresh air. Chaos, clutter, and neglect are not just aesthetic problems. They are energetic problems. A messy, stagnant environment mirrors and reinforces a messy, stagnant vibration. And when your surroundings are filled with old, heavy, chaotic energy, it becomes harder, sometimes much harder, to rise above it. How do you know if you're living in a low vibrational environment? You might feel constantly fatigued at home, even after sleep. You might feel blocked creatively, unable to focus or dream. You might experience unexplained anxiety, sadness, or irritability that lifts the moment you leave the space. You might feel like you're carrying a weight you can't name. These are not imaginary sensations. They are real vibrational effects. On the other hand, high vibrational environments feel unmistakably different. In a high vibe space, your breath deepens naturally. Your mind becomes clear. Your body relaxes. You feel more like yourself, unburdened, expansive, alive. Creativity flows. Joy surfaces effortlessly. Ideas sparkle into existence without force, because the space is supporting you, not dragging you down. You deserve to live, work, and rest in spaces that support your highest energy. And the good news? You can cleanse and elevate any environment. You can turn any space into a sanctuary. It begins with physical cleansing. Declutter ruthlessly. Let go of objects that carry stagnant memories or emotions. Give away, recycle, release. Every item you keep should resonate with who you are becoming, not who you were. Clean deeply. Dust, scrub, sweep. Treat cleaning not as a chore, but as an energetic reset, wiping away not just dirt, but old energy. Next, practice energetic cleansing. Use sound, singing bowls, bells, even simple clapping to break up stagnant vibrations. Use smoke, sage, Palo Santo incense to purify the air and the unseen layers of the room. Use elements, salt in corners, crystals on windowsills, living plants breathing new life into old spaces. But cleansing is only the beginning. To truly elevate a space, you must program it intentionally. Set clear intentions for each room. This is a place of peace. This is a place of inspiration. This is a place of joy. Speak it, feel it, anchor it. Walk through your home and bless each space with intention. Visualize light saturating the walls, floors, and ceilings. Visualize old energies dissolving like mist under the morning sun. Even if you can't control your whole environment, your city, your building, your workplace, you can create micro-sanctuaries. A desk where you place a candle, a crystal, and a journal of gratitude. A corner of your bedroom is dedicated to meditation or breathwork. A window where you pause each morning to absorb sunlight into your soul. Small spaces, intentionally charged, become vibrational anchors. Your environments are not separate from you. They are extensions of you. As you cleanse your inner field, you will naturally desire to cleanse your outer spaces. And as you raise the frequency of your environments, you stabilize your own vibration higher and higher. Transformation moves both ways. Inner changes reshape your outer world. Outer changes reinforce your inner rise. Pause now and reflect. What spaces in my life nourish my highest energy, and which ones silently drain it? What single, simple change can I make today to lift the vibration of the space I live inside? You don't need to renovate everything overnight. Small, intentional shifts create ripples that expand over time. One clear corner, one intentional object, one breath of gratitude fills a room. You are not just living in a house, you are living in a field, a sacred, breathing temple of energy. And you are its caretaker, its guardian, its creator. In the next chapter, we will lift our vision even higher, because your personal vibration isn't isolated. You are connected to the vast collective field of humanity, and every frequency you radiate feeds not just your life, but the future of the world. It's time to see the bigger field you are part of, and to realize the unimaginable power you hold. Chapter 8. The Collective Field. How your frequency shapes the world. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the ocean in a drop. Your energy does not end at the edge of your skin. It does not stop where your voice falls silent. It moves, it radiates, it weaves into the great invisible tapestry of all humanity. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every choice you make, all of it becomes part of the collective field we share. The invisible atmosphere of energy that surrounds and connects us all. You are contributing to the collective field every moment you are alive. Right now there is a field surrounding this planet, a living, breathing, shifting sea of vibration, and we are all swimming in it, feeding it, being shaped by it. The collective field is not abstract, it is tangible, even if unseen. When mass consciousness rises into love, peace, and unity, you feel it. The world breathes easier, synchronicities increase, miracles flow more freely. Hope feels natural. And when mass consciousness falls into fear, division, and chaos, you feel that too. The air thickens. Opportunities seem blocked. Hope feels harder to find. Reality itself becomes heavier, slower, denser. The collective field is dynamic. It shifts with us. When millions of people fall into fear, the collective field contracts. When millions open into love, the field expands. This is not fantasy. This is frequency. Studies have shown that during large global meditations, measurable changes occur in crime rates, violence levels, and even atmospheric coherence. When groups of individuals collectively focus their energy on peace, compassion, unity, the world responds. Because the world is energy. Energy responds to consciousness. Your personal vibration matters more than you know. It's easy to feel insignificant in a world of billions. It's easy to believe the lie that your energy is too small to make a difference. But the truth is, your field is a node in the great web of life, and every elevation you make ripples outward, influencing lives you will never see, shifting outcomes you will never know. One coherent, high-vibrational being can uplift an entire room. One person radiating love can calm the nervous systems of everyone they pass. One mind holding faith in the face of fear becomes a silent lighthouse, guiding others back to themselves without a word spoken. You are never powerless. You are always participating. Even when you are alone in your room, your thoughts are weaving threads into the tapestry of humanity. Even when you say nothing, your frequency speaks louder than you realize. The illusion of powerlessness is one of the greatest traps ever created. You are not powerless. You are one of the most powerful forces alive when you awaken to who you truly are. Every act of courage you choose ripples. Every act of forgiveness you offer ripples. Every moment you choose to align with love rather than fear ripples into the unseen structures of reality. Conscious participation in the collective field doesn't require grand speeches or global platforms. It requires presence. It requires authenticity. It requires vibrational integrity. It requires living as a lighthouse even when the storms rage. It requires choosing to hold your frequency even when chaos surrounds you, especially when chaos surrounds you, because true activism is vibrational. The world does not need more fighting. The world needs more coherence. More hearts are steady enough to become tuning forks of love in a dissonant world. And the more of us who hold the line vibrationally, the faster the field shifts. We are not waiting for permission. We are not waiting for a savior. We are remembering that we are the field. We are the architects of the new earth. Every healed wound adds light to the collective matrix. Every act of kindness strengthens the foundation of the future. Every soul awakening sends out ripples that awaken others. You are part of something vast, something ancient, something unstoppable. Pause here. Breathe. Feel the truth vibrating in your bones. You are not here by accident. You are not alone. You are not powerless. Your frequency matters. It always has. Ask yourself now, What vibration am I radiating into the collective field today? What ripples am I sending outward with every breath I take? And more importantly, what would change if I chose, right now, to radiate the frequency of love, resilience, compassion, and sovereignty into the world? You don't have to see the immediate effects. You don't have to be recognized or applauded. Energy moves invisibly first, then visibly. Plant the seeds, radiate the light, trust the field. You are helping to weave the new world, breath by breath, thought by thought, vibration by vibration. In the next chapter, we will dive into how to sustain this awakening. Because true transformation isn't about fleeting highs or temporary inspiration. It's about building a frequency strong enough to hold through storms, strong enough to last beyond moments. It's time to move from awakening to embodiment, from inspiration to integration, from fleeting light to lasting radiance. Let's continue. Chapter 9. Staying in high vibration, making transformation. Last. Awakening is easy. Staying awake. That is the true mastery. Moments of insight are beautiful. Moments of clarity can change your life. But without conscious tending, without daily devotion, the gravity of the old world will pull you back. You see it everywhere. People awaken, only to fall asleep again. People rise, only to sink into old patterns. They glimpse their power, but without tending the fire, it flickers and fades. This is not failure, this is natural, because the world's energy is still dense. Fear, division, distraction, urgency. They still pulse through the collective field like storms across the ocean, and your field, no matter how luminous, is dynamic, not static. It breathes, it shifts, it responds. If you do not consciously maintain your frequency, it will gradually lower. Not because you are weak, because gravity exists, not just physical gravity, but vibrational gravity. The old world has a strong pull. It wants you back in sleep, back in numbness, back in fear, not because it is evil, but because energy flows toward its dominant frequency unless directed by conscious will. To stay awake, to stay sovereign, to stay vibrationally radiant, you must choose again and again to rise. You must recognize the three silent enemies of vibrational stability. First, forgetting, slipping unconsciously into old habits, old thought loops, old fears. Not suddenly, but slowly, like a fog creeping in under a door you left open. Second, fatigue, allowing exhaustion to weaken your field. When you are tired, your defenses drop. Your emotional resilience thins. You fall prey to frequencies you would otherwise deflect with ease. Third, external noise, the collective chaos, the endless media outrage cycles, the drip feed of anxiety and division. If you don't anchor daily, you get pulled back into the noise. Awareness is your sword. Daily practices are your shield. Morning rituals set the tone before the world can set it for you. Breathwork, gratitude, intentional tuning. Even just 5 minutes of alignment before you touch your phone can change the course of your entire day. Midday energy check-ins help you course correct. A single pause at lunch to breathe deeply. Evening clearing rituals help you release the energetic residue of the day. Journaling your emotional weather, breathing light through your field. Forgive yourself for small slips, resetting your heart for tomorrow. It's not about living perfectly high vibrational every moment. It's about resilience. You will have days when you feel heavy. You will have moments where fear whispers and old pain rises. This is not failure. This is the human path. The key is not to never fall. The key is to rise faster, to shorten the recovery time, to remember your tools, to remember your truth. You are not your emotions. You are not your temporary states. You are the consciousness that can always choose again. Small choices matter. 3 conscious breaths when fear creeps in. 1 uplifting song when your spirit feels dim. 1 moment of genuine gratitude, even on hard days. Micro shifts create macro transformation. Energy compounds over time. Vibration solidifies into reality 1 small choice at a time. You don't have to be perfect. You only have to be willing. You only have to tend the flame. And when fatigue creeps in, when forgetting tries to wrap its arms around you, when the noise grows loud, return to your why. Why did you choose to awaken? Why does your frequency matter? Because you're not just doing this for yourself. You are doing it for every person you will meet, for every life you will silently uplift, for every dream you will silently awaken by the light you hold. You are part of the rebirth of a world. You are part of the new field rising. Your awakening is not isolated, it is planetary. You are not just healing your life, you are helping heal humanity's future. Pause here. Breathe deeply. Anchor into that truth. Ask yourself, what daily practices truly nourish my highest frequency? How will I choose again and again to tend my vibrational field, no matter what storms rise around me? You are no longer drifting. You are steering. You are no longer unconscious. You are awake. You are no longer surviving. You are vibrating a new future into existence. In the next and final chapter, we will return to the deepest truth. The real legacy you leave behind is not built from what you own or what you achieve, but from the frequency you carry into the world. Your vibration is already changing the future, and when you live consciously, your very existence becomes a gift beyond your lifetime. Let's finish this journey together. Chapter 10. The Vibrational Legacy. How you are already changing the future. Your greatest legacy will never be carved in stone. It will never be measured in titles, trophies, or monuments. It will be carried in energy. It will live in the unseen. It will echo in hearts you will never meet, in lives you will never know, in futures you will never touch with your hands, but forever with your vibration. Long after your words are forgotten, long after your name fades from memory, the energy you lived by will remain. It will ripple outward across generations like a silent, luminous wave, because energy never dies. It only transforms. It only expands. The vibration you embody today becomes the unseen architecture of tomorrow's world. Right now you are planting seeds. Every breath, every thought, every act of love or fear. You are not separate from the future. You are already shaping it. Every smile you offer to a stranger plants a seed of hope. Every act of forgiveness plants a seed of freedom. Every moment you choose love over fear, light over darkness, truth over convenience, you send ripples across the collective field. You may not see the harvest in your lifetime. You may never witness the full flowering of the seeds you plant. But make no mistake, the universe records every vibration. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is forgotten. The courage you summon in private moments strengthens the field of courage for everyone. The compassion you extend in moments of struggle lifts the river of human kindness. The resilience you embody when no one is watching becomes a beacon for those still lost in the storm. You are a vibrational architect. You are designing invisible structures by the way you think, feel, choose, and love. You are building pathways others will one day walk upon without even knowing who first cleared the way. You matter more than you know. In a world that tries to convince you that you are powerless, remember this truth. The quiet frequency you carry inside you is more powerful than armies, louder than shouts, more lasting than empires. You are already changing the future every time you align with the highest within you, and the world needs your frequency, not your perfection, not your endless striving, not your constant doing. It needs your presence, it needs your coherence, it needs your truth. You may never know the lives your light will save. You may never hear the stories of those whose hope was rekindled because you chose to rise one more time when it was hard. You may never see the full beauty of the future your vibration helped birth, but the universe knows, and your soul knows. Your life is already a living transmission. You are a walking prayer. You are a breathing temple. You are a silent blessing moving through a sleeping world. You don't need to change the whole planet alone. You only need to change the frequency of your presence, and let that presence ripple outward infinitely. Live consciously, love bravely, forgive easily, shine steadily. Guard your vibration as your most sacred treasure, because it is. It is the real treasure you offer the world. It is the true wealth you leave behind. Pause now. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. And ask yourself, what legacy of vibration do I choose to leave behind? What energy do I want to weave into the future? Imagine a world where millions choose consciously, millions tend their vibration like sacred gardens, millions of radiating frequencies of love, clarity, courage, and freedom. You are part of that rising tide. You are one of the sparks. You are not alone. You are the ocean in a drop, and you are already changing the ocean. Thank you for remembering. Thank you for rising. Thank you for choosing to live awake. The future feels your light already. Keep shining. The world is waiting. Closing message. Carry the light forward. As you reach the end of this journey, remember, it was never truly about learning something new. It was about remembering what your soul already knew. You are vibration. You are frequent. You are energy shaping worlds with every silent choice. No one can take this power from you. No storm, no noise, no fear can ever truly extinguish what has been awakened inside you. Because the light you carry is not borrowed. It is born from your very being. You do not have to be perfect to live aligned. You only have to be willing to return again and again to your center, to breathe consciously, to feel truthfully, to love fiercely, to radiate bravely. You are not here to survive the old world. You are here to build the new one. So go forward, not with fear, but with the quiet certainty that your frequency matters, that your light is needed, that every breath you take with intention sends ripples of healing across the unseen. And if you feel called to keep rising, to keep remembering, to keep walking this sacred path, I invite you to subscribe to the Middle Book, the channel where vibration becomes vision, where energy becomes empowerment, and where every word is designed to help you live from your highest truth. This journey does not end here. It expands with every step you take. Walk softly, shine boldly, and remember, the vibration you live today is already shaping a more beautiful tomorrow. Thank you for walking this path. Thank you for carrying the light forward.